Imagine being in a TEDx talk, one of the most prestigious events for any speaker. You hear your name and then the thunderous applause. You deliver a flawless speech until your teleprompter fails. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel, Impact to Infinity. My name is Anson Set, professional speaker and coach. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I really hope you enjoy this content, and if you do, please hit the like and subscribe button. We're all about speaking powerfully, living healthily, and impacting to infinity. If you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for clicking on this video. And I hope you really enjoyed today's content. I'm talking about technology on the stage. Now, I've been asked a lot of questions about PowerPoint and how PowerPoint's supposed to look and how to use slides. Now, we have Canva, PowerPoint, Google Slides. We have so many different platforms where I feel that today the spotlight is on the presentation app rather than the speaker himself or herself. And in this episode, I want to share with you what happened in that TEDx talk that really changed the way I thought about presentations, and it really transformed me into a speaker that really engages better with the audience using the presentation app and without the presentation app being in the spotlight. In fact, I kind of think about Meta and other platforms. They want to actually take out the speaker altogether, and to make me into a cartoon character. I think speeches really ought to go back to their roots and have the speaker engage with the audience, hopefully like I'm doing right now. So I'm going to share with you a few points about how it might be distracting for the audience to have the PowerPoint or slides or technology being at the forefront of any presentation, and how you can actually be more engaging to the audience so that you would be remembered rather than the graphics and all the sparkly animations on the screen. So when I think about technology, I think about Joe Biden. Now, we know that Joe Biden, when he delivers his speeches, he's reading directly off the teleprompter, and I can't help but remember one of the gaffes that he made when he read too far and read into the part where he wasn't supposed to read. And that went viral on YouTube, but it also reminds me that you're actually just reading a script rather than really speaking from the heart. The audience is really waiting for content that they can really resonate with, and the way to do that is to speak from here. Now, of course, there can be speeches where it's so long that you really do need a teleprompter, but I coach my clients to really try to know their speech. It's not really knowing every single word, but in fact, it's more important to know where you are in your speech. And at certain segments, you can ad-lib if you want, like I am right now. Okay, so reading is different from speaking, and people can really hear that. It's no wonder why that sometimes when I hear Donald Trump, now I'm not trying to make this a political video at all, but when Donald Trump speaks, I believe that there are more people resonating with him Not because he's really loud and he's got all this body movement, he's pompous, but he goes off script and really shares what's deep down in his heart. And he knows his audience and he knows what to say. And when he says it, people just get energized. So if you do have a teleprompter, like I had a teleprompter, it's okay to use it, but you don't have to read off of it. Okay, the second one is that when you use PowerPoint or Canva or even a flip chart for that matter, make sure you know what is on the screen. I think it's okay to look at the screen once in a while, like I am right now, but a lot of times I've been to product showcases and presentations where the presenter is constantly looking at the screen and not facing the audience. The audience is going to feel like they're not as important. Or they might feel that the presenter doesn't know his or her product that well. So when you deliver a presentation using slides, just know what's on the slide, okay? And then you don't have to look every single bullet point. One quick tip when it comes to using PowerPoint is you can put the laptop in front of you or below you, just so that you can see what is going on. You can glance down onto the screen and then you'll be able to gauge what is happening. But if you're not able to do that, perhaps there will be a window in the back of the room. That's happened to me before. In many occasions in a big auditorium, they would have the AV room, and the AV room would have a clear plexiglass, some kind of reflective glass that would reflect the screen that you're projecting onto, and that really, really helps. So any kind of visual aid to let you know what's happening on the screen behind you is really going to help. But in any case, you do need to know what is on your screen. The last tip that I would like to share with you is that really there's nothing better than to just practice your speech and know the ins and out of your speech. Every technical detail, every quote that you want to quote, anything that is relevant to the speech, you got to know it. Because when you are over prepared, you will definitely knock it out of the park. So what happened in that TED Talk speech? Well, the teleprompter failed, and the technician, I could hear the gasp from the technician. And he ran to the front of the stage, and he's unplugging and plugging in the cables to the monitor. And all that time, I was cool as a cucumber. And the reason why is because I knew my speech, and I knew everything that was on my slide. In fact, I had no idea that they provided a teleprompter until that day, and it took a long time to calibrate the speed of the words, to get the timing right. But in the end, I'm glad that it did fail, because I was able to speak naturally. I knew what I wanted to say, and I didn't have to use that screen. And boy, if I didn't know my speech, the technician would have distracted me and probably would have a meltdown like a famous director at a famous event. On that note, I would love to invite you to a 1-hour workshop with me about mastering your confidence on the stage. On November 11th, 7:30 p.m. Taiwan time, maybe for some of you it's a different time, but check out the link below in the description, and I want to share with you some of the things that I've learned over the last 12 years about how to master your confidence when you're in front of an audience, if you're in an interview, or if you're speaking in front of a camera, communication is so important. It can literally transform lives. And that is my passion. I hope I can help people become better communicators so that they can have a better life. So thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you at this workshop. And if not, you can click on the website as well. Let's all speak powerfully, live healthily, and impact to infinity. See you in the next one.